Part 4. The Shadow of Temptation. The sun had barely set, casting a deep orange glow over Delhi's skyline, when Neha stepped out onto her balcony. The city buzzed below, yet she felt strangely disconnected, trapped in a world of her own desires and dilemmas. Last night with Ranjan had been intense, passionate. His touch had momentarily silenced the noise inside her. But morning had brought back the same emptiness, the same lingering question. Was she filling a void, or creating a new one? Her phone buzzed. Expecting Ranjan, she glanced at the screen, but the name that flashed surprised her. Rajan Malhotra. A slow shiver ran down her spine. Rajan was her late husband's old friend. A powerful businessman in his early 40s, he was the kind of man who exuded dominance, charming, confident, and dangerously persuasive. He had always been around, offering help when she became a widow, but there was something in his gaze, in his presence, that had always unsettled her. She hesitated before answering. Neha. Finally. You take longer to pick up these days. His voice was smooth, deep, almost teasing. Rajan ji. I wasn't expecting your call. I was in your area. Thought of stopping by. Neha stiffened. Rajan never did anything without a reason. Right now, she asked, her heart suddenly racing. Yes. Look down. Her breath caught as she stepped closer to the railing. A sleek black car was parked outside, and Rajan leaned against it, looking up at her with a knowing smirk. Let me in. A visitor in the night. Minutes later, Rajan sat comfortably on her couch, his sharp eyes scanning the apartment as if searching for something. Neha sat opposite him, her fingers curled around a glass of water, her body tense. You've changed, Neha, he mused, his gaze traveling over her. You look different. She swallowed. Time changes everyone. Rajan leaned forward, his eyes locking onto hers. Or maybe someone else did. Neha's breath hitched. Did he know about Ranjan? Could he sense the shifts in her? You deserve more, Neha, he said softly. You shouldn't be wasting your nights with boys who don't understand what a woman truly needs. Her fingers tightened around the glass. I don't know what you mean. He chuckled. Of course, you do. He stood, walking to the window, his voice dropping to a whisper. A woman like you, lonely, unfulfilled, craving something deeper, should be handled by a man who knows how to give her what she truly desires. The room suddenly felt smaller, the air charged with an unspoken tension. Rajan ji. He turned, stepping closer, his presence overwhelming. Tell me something. Neha, when was the last time someone truly satisfied you? Her body tensed, her mind screaming for her to end this conversation. But something about his words, his voice, his confidence, stirred something deep within her. Rajan smirked, as if reading her thoughts. You don't have to answer that now. But one day, you will. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a card, and placed it on the table. Come to me when you are ready to experience what you've been missing. With that, he walked to the door, pausing for just a moment. And Neha, don't keep me waiting too long. The door clicked shut, leaving Neha standing there, staring at the card, her heart pounding. What had she just invited into her life? And more importantly, why did she feel tempted? To be continued.